Welcome to West Virginia, home of the Georgia Peach.
With your hosts, Max, John. Wait, this actually would confuse. You have to label the proper name.
Right.
It's the only way to make this work.
Okay.
Max, John.
Better.
Hey,
Fixed it.
that wasn't the same as before. I know that because I am actually John. So,
If you're listening to us on mopcast.com, make sure you
I'm
go to
Eric.
youtube.com/memorycardradio. Watch the video version instead. There's more to it with video, more than audio. Me and Max switched facial hair again.
yeah.
Why do
Sorry.
you all do
Yet
this?
again, it's always an accident. I'll show up and I haven't been on a podcast in a while. I went on vacation. So.
You know how girls who work together cycles align?
Great start.
It's like that. But with facial hair. And opposites.
Yes. John's our cycles are.
That would be cool.
I'm a biology guy.
I'm into geometry, just like that.
Yeah.
With all the geometry of the stars.
Max.
Yeah.
How was Florida?
Florida was really nice.
You weren't on the show last
Florida
week.
was
You
a
were
much
replaced
needed
by
break
Cal.
from life. There's something I can always benefit about physically being away from my problems, with school and work and all that.
It's different than just not thinking about it for a little bit. Physically
Yeah.
being away really does
You're
matter.
forced to not. You can't care about it because you can't do anything. So
Makes you
have
move
to
on.
And I got a little sun. I got color for basically the first time in my life. I'm a white boy.
Yeah, I've noticed you're
That's racist.
now you're like a nice eggshell.
Yeah, I'm an ivory. at the
Instead of
moment.
being
I'm
like
a
refrigerator,
off-white, yeah.
you're beige.
Yeah,
You're Mitt Romney.
You're the Kool-Aid.
I'm not the color of ivory, so not quite like
Yeah.
FFF HTML
Well, if
code.
you
like
want, you could always sign up to the gym. They have a tanning
Zero.
salon. You could
No.
just cheat and get a tan with a tanning machine.
That's true.
You
I
know.
could maintain it.
You
but
can maintain.
I am. I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna ride
You
this
can
out.
be like
When
a
you were in
Kardashian.
Florida,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question.
Sure, yeah.
Did you play any video games in Florida, or did you
I did.
just
I did.
Florida?
I brought my 3DS and I had Monster Hunter 4 in that Eric just gave to me one day, like
He
a
gave you
couple
the
months
game?
ago.
Yeah.
He just
What
gave
a
it to
nice
me.
boy.
Yeah. I was like, well, one day I was like, I can just give this back to you, and he's like, yeah, I don't have my 3DS here in the country. I'm like, oh, okay, well, then I'll just play it then. And man, I played quite a bit of it on vacation. It's
Monster Hunter 4.
man, such a good game.
I hear it's like the definitive one.
It's I was familiar only with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I had only that one before. Very, very similar. They're basically almost the same game, but I like
There
4 a
are
little better.
improvements in 4.
The weapons in 4 are way neater. I have my character has a gigantic katana, and there's so many different little combos. There's a move where he
Katana.
swipes and backs up, and it's so tactical. Like when you're fighting things, and
It's such an interesting
great
portable game.
Yeah,
Because the
it's
first
good.
one was this PS2 game that I never played because I always heard the multiplayer.
I didn't know it was that old. I thought it started
first
on
one was a PS2 game,
3DS.
they had a
No.
PSP one too, I believe, right?
Yeah, there's a PSP one as well. And I just, who would have guessed that series would do so fucking well? Where 4 is a 3DS exclusive. For reference, 3 was on the Wii U.
Yeah.
One of those.
3 Ultimate was on the Wii U. Yeah.
On the Wii U. So,
And,
and then they made a sequel to it and put it on a handheld.
Monster Hunter Tri, which I guess was like the lower res 3 Ultimate, was on the Wii as well. So I guess it's been on Nintendo for a while now. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
At least since that generation, the Xbox, PS3, Wii generation.
Well, I hear that shit is
Good stuff.
crazy in Japan. Like
Dude, it's so...
they'll yokai watch it and just masturbate all over it.
The what?
Yokai watch.
Yoke?
You've never heard of Yokai Watch?
I don't think
What
so.
kind of fucking weeaboo are you?
A very
that
selective
timer
one.
isn't even on.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah,
How
you
far
fucked
into
up
the
the
timer
timer.
should you go? Let me give you a time here.
it's probably been 10 minutes.
Go up. But
7.
do
We
5.
We may need an edit
5.
here.
It says
Okay.
6, but I think 5 is
No, I'm not editing this. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, audience.
Let's
I love
see.
you. I'm joking.
No, that's good, right?
Well, that's got it.
This is gonna hurt.
That's good.
Go down to 5 or go down 5 minutes? Because I
It's
went
good
down
right
5
there.
minutes.
It's good right there.
Okay.
That's exactly what I meant.
I don't even remember what we're talking about.
We're on the same
We're
page,
talking about
even
Final
the same
Fantasy
book.
15.
Yes, we
Oh,
It's a big deal. Actually, first let's put that right over here.
are. Okay.
Hold on, just 1 second. We'll
It's-
get there.
It might drop off. It's really close to
Let
the
me
edge. You put
go
it
to one
really-
other
you put it-
thing.
Just let...
go ahead.
Go on.
Go to one other thing real quick.
Yeah, of course.
We did the last episode speculating on Batman versus Superman.
Oh,
So we
right.
went and saw it right after that. Right after we recorded that, we went and saw it.
I didn't
did.
go, though.
And we did that the other way
I know
around.
nothing about it.
You were in Florida.
I was flow riding.
But we should have seen it and then podcast it, but we didn't. We speculated and talked out of our asses, and then we saw
sat on it for a week.
Yeah.
Where you would get messages in my Facebook telling me you're an idiot for not loving the movie, and that made me sad.
Just ask them if they bleed.
Do you bleed?
There were some great lines in that movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to see this
50-50 on it?
Probably. Why not?
I'm willing to see it again if you want. We
fact
can all
that
go see it.
I'm like so intrigued by the fact that it has 9% approval on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't-
That's incredible.
I
Is it
don't
really
even
9 now?
I don't even agree with that.
That's stupid.
Because
that's
I'll be
completely
honest,
unfair. That's completely unfair.
Okay.
The movie's better than Man of Steel.
Really?
So,
Okay.
yeah,
It's
that's
better
not
than
saying
fucking
anything.
9.
You know, I didn't
It's
hate
better
Man of
than
Steel.
9. That's
Oh, well,
stupid.
then you may hate this one. Because your range is different.
When the internet gets
okay.
fucking pissed about something, they go so far overboard sometimes, and this is one of those examples.
Yeah, but that's critics' score, apparently.
Well, okay, fine, sure. But, I mean, everybody's mad about this movie.
Well, if it
I'm gonna
makes
look
them
that
feel
up, by the way.
better,
I'm gonna look it up.
Justice League is coming out next year.
They have technology.
Is it that soon?
It's fucking that soon.
I
And
thought they were going to do... Well, they are doing a Wonder Woman movie. It's just going to be after Justice League, I guess.
guess what? It's called Justice League Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the fucking most obnoxious shit?
I'm still going to see it. So are you.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm fucking...
You're
I
gonna see
wasn't
it
even
with
going to
me.
see this movie. Fucking much less. I'll see...
I'll pay for your fucking ticket. You're going with me.
Okay.
I'm just not going to go alone.
I'm a cheap whore.
I don't want to be alone.
How's the internet?
It's good. I'm trying to find the Rotten Tomatoes. This is a screenshot like from about a week ago. Maybe I saw. So I want to
Okay.
make sure
While you're doing that,
if the ratings
Yeah.
got more fair.
give your synopses, your
My thought...
your thought.
Okay, my thought is that
Hold on. Okay.
You can't do assume the position.
if I was going to say the movie ever took a step forward, it wasn't a step, it was a leap. But then somewhere else in the movie they do something so bad that you just got to take away all the good shit,
Yep.
and you're literally left on the 0 mark, and you're like,
You're on the 0 mark, but you were just entertained.
sorta.
Big time.
I was entertained, but I was also entertained for the wrong reason. In some places.
And there were some things that were good on their own, like
Yeah.
the Batman line, "Do you bleed?"
Well, I thought there were
And then it sounds silly talking about it if you haven't seen it, but it's delivered
Sounds
really
great.
well. And
every line
it's
is
good.
a fucking metaphor.
Ben
or,
Affleck's
like
one
poetry.
of the best Batmans. He's a good Batman.
Yeah, he is.
he's
Yeah.
better than Christian Bale's, I would say.
Except when he
Bale's
plays
was
it.
kinda-
Let's all agree Christian Bale's Batman is not. It's not even in like the top three.
He definitely. Here's my synopsis. I think of the Christian Bale Batman is he let Heath Ledger shine. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that's
fucking
kind of
did.
what happened. Is because he was kind of
He got outshined in every way, and it wasn't
Yeah.
because he was bad. It was just
No,
because
he's
he
just
kind of played it
bland.
straight down the line,
He's just-
Yeah.
and everyone else did something crazy with their people.
Well, I mean, and
So
I
he
mean,
was
this
kind
is
of an
the
anchor for the movie if you think about it in a
I
way.
think so.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, that might
I love
be.
the Joker in it. That's why you watch that movie. It's the Joker.
Yeah,
well, good news. Joker's not in this movie.
Balls.
he'll be in Justice League, don't you think?
Well, he's gonna be in Suicide Squad, so we're gonna. And he looks like shit.
I don't know. I'm a little torn on it. I want to see him in action a little bit more.
I hate
I'm
the
open
press
to
for
it.
that. I
Hair.
hate the press for like Suicide Squad.
I'm
It's so
open- I'm open to
cringy.
it.
It's so annoying.
It's so cringy.
It-
The
it-
press.
Yeah, just like the stuff that gets like leaked, like his performance is so convincing. He mailed rats to the other actors. Whoa!
Yeah.
He did what?
Like they just like
They make up stories to exaggerate how fucking.
Ooh,
great
He's
They
a
act,
method
like,
actor.
they act like it got leaked by somebody.
oh yeah, I can't work with him. He's such a good method actor. He's like the Joker off the set. Whoa! Like make you want to see the movie.
Like
it's
it's
kind of
fucking
there's a lot of that.
Who's directing that?
no, but I don't know. But
Nobody.
Zack Snyder.
it's not Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
But like, did you see the fucking trailer that was just a hard rip off of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it just did the same shit. Put an old song, show, not even mayhem. Have they done anything in any trailer other than stand there? Like, have they done anything? We'll find out.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
So we touched on it a little bit last week, but I'm seeing more and more stuff that's confirming the PS4.5 or the PS4K. We don't know which. I'm hearing PS4K most recently, and I think that's the one that it's probably going to end up being. Or it could be something else entirely. But out of the two, I think that's the most likely.
We're all gonna call it the PS Fork, right?
PS4.
Is that's assumed? Is that? I mean, I just
That-
want to make sure.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I thought.
I mean,
Sure.
it's no worse than the X-Bone.
It's the PS Fork. They're asking for it.
Well, Eric's not happy with it.
I'm not.
I think it could be the future of consoles, whether we like it or not, though, because every other electronic device, there's a new version of this every year and a half, 2 years probably.
It's true.
When have you bought a fucking new DVD player? Like,
I buy game consoles.
well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, fucking, why is it that this adaptation has to change?
It doesn't have to, but it's just going to.
It can't. It can't do it at this speed.
PS4 is already behind though, so I kind of see where they're coming from.
I
And
get it.
Sony's struggling, and Sony has one thing that's really fucking working for them, and that's their PlayStation.
I think it's going to bite them in the ass.
So they're
I can't
like,
defend
let's do that
this shit.
again.
I was the Sony fanboy. I can't defend this shit.
Yeah.
Like I get.
You're dead against it.
I get the idea, which is developers need more shit to work with.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, work with the fucking restraints. This console is 3 years old. I mean,
What if they released it, and if you trade it in your PS4, you get it for like $199 or something,
Then
or
you-
maybe $99.
that is, I'll be more with it.
Yeah,
But
I think they're gonna do
I'll
something.
never have PT anymore because that shit will be wiped off my hard
That
drive.
sucks.
That makes me anxious.
Fuck you, Konami.
Well, yeah, blame Konami on that one.
But seriously, it's a really bad decision. I can't.
Here's what they're probably looking at, and I'm not saying I'm really for it or against it. I don't know enough about it. I don't feel like to have like a solid opinion. But what I feel like they're probably looking at is they see PCs already outpacing consoles.
Yeah.
They were outpacing consoles arguably when the damn things launched.
Yeah.
So let it
and
always
it's-
look better
and
on
it- and
PC.
they're a couple years away from being a generation, worth of detail behind.
It's fine.
So I mean, they have to insulate themselves from having a big drop off. They don't want to be.
My answer is that, and I'll grant you, it took fucking 10 years to happen. But like you saw that demo, which we'll get to.
If they can keep it cheap, I don't see a big problem with it.
Well, that game's not.
Yeah. And it will. You can play your old games on it too. At least that's what we're hearing.
Like-
So it's not gonna fuck up your library. It's gonna upscale your normal PS4 game to 4K, and then that's it.
Well, that's not it because it's sounding like there'll be games that are exclusive.
Yeah,
And
games.
that is not
PS4K
cool.
games. If you play those on your regular PS4, they will play, but they will be downgraded.
And you know what?
And you'll
Here's the
you'll
problem with
notice it.
downgrading, right? It never fucking works.
I feel
out.
like Sony's gonna fuck that up a lot. That
Like-
is a shame.
Like,
Definitely sounds like a too good to be true situation.
how is it too good to be true? It literally is them saying, well, that thing you bought pretty recently. Yeah. It's now all the future games that are coming out for both. It's not made for this console.
I'm
and it
worried
is
about
scaled down. That means the fucking frames per seconds are going to go down.
maybe
it's-
like worse than they need to,
Probably.
which is what I'm afraid. Because like a lot of PS3 games that also came out on PS4 look like shit.
When the
And there are
3DS...
like 2008 PS3 games that look better.
Yeah, but when the 3DS had the new 3DS, and the new one only plays Xenoblade.
Yeah.
But there's there is one game, Zelda Hyrule Warriors, I think, or the new,
Hyrule Warriors.
if you play it on the regular 3DS, it is a terrible experience.
Really?
It is
You
like
mean,
a 10 frame per second.
Is the difference I guess it's the hardware.
Hardware
I was going to guess it
is
was
more
the,
powerful.
the
I
other
didn't know it was that
thumbstick
big
you
of a
get with the
jump.
new one.
Yeah.
I don't know that those two systems are that big of a jump.
There's been no game to really show off the problems,
That's
but it's
Nintendo.
just now they're always going to focus towards the better shit, and that's what developers will do. And the reason they do it is not any smart reason. It's so we can make it look prettier in the commercial. So they want that. But
I'm worried
then-
about Nintendo, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm afraid they're gonna fuck up the NX, or at least they're fucking up the Wii U was such a hard fuck up that it's gonna affect this console regardless of what they do.
I'm getting comfy with the Wii U already, and it's just going to be.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it sucks.
in order for them to be viable, though, they can't stay in their little Nintendo bubble anymore. They gotta have third party support.
Sure.
They gotta have Call of Duty games. They gotta do this fucking thing. They gotta fix their online shit. I mean, they have a lot of work to do, and I don't know a lot about the NX, but that's a lot to fix, and they need to fix it now.
It's not too much to ask, or not to ask, I guess. I don't think it would be too out of scope for them to just be able to do both, to keep the Nintendo thing and separate. I mean, they have the Pro controller already, feels great. Good controller. I mean, just use that.
I mean, I think
I
they
don't-
just,
I like that controller.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
great.
gave up because it just never caught on. It was never a thing.
I loved it. It was a great controller with Smash. I originally wanted to do the GameCube adapter thing when I got Super Smash Bros. That's what all the pros do, whatever. But
It's so simple.
the Wii U Pro controller was so good. I was like, I don't care. I'm just
It's
gonna
like
keep
they
this.
didn't. It doesn't seem like they put a whole lot of thought into it, but it just works.
It's great. All the buttons, just nothing fucks up on it. It's so simple.
Yeah,
It's just
simple
works.
little fucking controller.
It's a great controller, easy to clean, and it just looks, it's just minimalist.
I think their biggest problem was the name. That's what got them. Because you hear Wii U, and you think of that as this is a thing for my Wii.
I spent the whole
This is
time working at
fucking-
They
GameStop
should've given
explaining
it
that.
another name.
But
That
is it just
should've
like
been
what?
cool.
Is it just another Wii? But it has this tablet and like what? It's confusing.
It was-
and
that
it
was
was
a mistake.
confusing to me, and I'm a gamer. But
Right.
the new 3DS is more confusing than fucking anything because that is a weird thing to call a product. Like it's 3DS. Like imagine 10
Yeah,
years
they
from
need to
now,
name things.
where I'm like new 3DS. What?
Just fucking name
My
a
first
new
thing that comes to mind is the way that they named the Fast and the Furious movies. I was like, it was The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and the Furious 3, Tokyo Drift, and then there's like Fast 5, and then like
Yeah.
names just like none of them match.
Well,
each
well,
other.
don't
Right.
worry because no.
Now, and you can also go too far in the other direction though too, because when the PSP didn't come out with a PSP 2, which is what everyone thought was going to happen, they came out with something called a PlayStation Vita. I mean that threw a lot of people off, even though they did go their own direction with it. They didn't say like PSP B
One
or
thing that
something.
was weird with me, it felt like I was like, is that just a PSP or like how's it different? I didn't quite get it.
I didn't either for a
Obviously,
while.
it's super different.
It's
Obviously,
all
It's just a whole
how
new thing,
you
and
market it,
they should have just called it the PSP 2. That's what everyone would have expected. The PSP was relatively popular. They should have just stuck with that.
or at least another acronym.
I had a
or something.
PSP
I don't
for a
know.
long time. Great, great.
I had one too.
I had it and it was stolen. And
I've had
that-
a couple
or
of
not
them.
stolen. It broke. That screen was easy to fucking shatter the PSP.
That's true. I remember
You drop it once, you're fucked.
I like
Lots of
how
my
it
friends
was
had to go
like
me back.
it was not as tall as the Vita. You know what I mean? It was like more hot doggy.
Yeah,
The Vita's more like a hamburger.
sure.
So
Yeah,
PSP was like more. I don't know what the word is. Slender, I guess.
sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like the shape. It had a better shape than the Vita. I think the Vita is too obsessed with this with its own screen.
Yeah.
It's like 5.5 inches or something. It's too much. I mean, it looks really nice, but I mean,
I
it's just
agree.
for a portable device. It's bigger than this. I mean,
However,
it's, you know,
the size is good for the back touchpad. That's what it's good for, I think, too.
yeah,
It's because you can almost comfortably, touch your fingers behind and kind of reach.
I feel like they just shouldn't have even had that tool though.
I
Because
don't know.
I
Either
accidentally
really
fuck
own
up
it
more
or
than
just
I-
don't put it on there. If it's good for tearaway, and then that's it. I don't know.
Tearaway Killzone Mercenary uses it for zooming on the sniper rifle, and that works pretty good.
That's cool.
And there's a couple other things. There's a handful of things, but most of the uses for it are awful. Well, you should get one. They are neat, and then we're just sitting here bitching about it, but it's actually pretty good.
They
Well,
suck
I
ass.
might.
You need one.
It's garbage.
Please
Yeah.
have one. Please just have mine.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Having the
free.
PS1
Yeah,
games
I
on the
need it.
go is worth it for me. That's like 90% of what I use it for.
It's handheld Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's why I like it.
That's a good reason.
And Super Meat Boy. And Binding of Isaac if I get
Super
it.
Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac are both great on it.
Yeah.
When's Afterbirth going to come out on PS4?
No idea.
That's pretty weird.
I know they're working on it. They
I might
said they
hold
were,
off
but I don't
until,
know.
It's such an awful thing. It's like the worst thing
It's great
to think
DLC
about.
though. It's such good DLC.
What's different? What do
I have
they
it
do?
on PC.
They added a bunch of shit.
Lots of more like random events, like certain floors can be on fire, or they can be dark, or, like the lights are out, or there's new enemies and different mutations and different items. And it kind of like adds to every kind of aspect of the game. So it adds a gigantic pool to the randomness that it already had.
If they released it on its own and called it a sequel, would you buy it? Would you feel okay with it? Would it feel like a sequel?
No, it's just
Okay.
it's just Rebirth with more stuff.
Okay.
It's a complete,
It's more like an expansion
it's
kind
more
of deal.
complete because Rebirth was a lot like the first one. This expansion makes Rebirth not like the first one. Makes
Okay.
it more of its own game, which I
Well,
appreciate.
I would
It
like
needed
to
it.
play it. Come to PS4.
I have it on PC, so
Well, that's the wrong console.
I have it on both.
Well, it doesn't matter because
I like
my
being- I have it on
PS4 is
3
useless.
And Meat Boy. I like that guy's games.
Meat Boy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingered.
Ed McMillan, man.
He's insane.
Time Fuck, that's an old one.
Time Fuck is good.
It's a good one.
I've heard of
What's
Time
that
Fuck, never
one
played
where
it.
you go to the moon? What's that one?
Ether.
I really loved
Ether.
Ether.
Ether's really great.
Ether's like my favorite of his stuff. Like
He
that.
based
That
it
game
on-
is art.
His childhood drawings or something.
It was
pretty crazy.
depressing as fuck. That is the saddest game. That is just
He-
like all insecurities come
He
together.
gets like that, yeah.
So, what are the worst video games you've ever played?
Oh my god.
if you had to pick, I mean,
Well, the one that
it's
comes
impossible
to
to
mind,
pick the worst, I guess, because there's always something new you can think of.
Yeah.
But just name like what your first instinct would
I'm
be.
gonna go for like a game that I thought was gonna be good and was bad.
Sure.
I mean, we all play games on purpose. I don't know if wouldn't be fun to name one of those. I don't know. What do you think? You go ahead.
I was gonna say Alien Colonial Marines is pretty
it's
quick
pretty
for me.
shit.
It's a pretty bad fucking game.
What's that on? I've never seen.
And
that.
not just because it's a letdown. It's not just because I expected it to be good. It's bad because it's just bad. But it was on last gen, PS3, 360. I think it was on PC as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's Gearbox, And basically what they did was they kept asking Sega for more money to make this Alien game better, more money. And a lot of it they just funneled towards Borderlands either 2 or the pre-sequel, whatever the one was that came out after that. And Sega actually sued him over that. And I don't know who won that, but Sega sued him. So I imagine Sega probably won. I don't think they would have gone after him if they didn't think they could win.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. And that really pissed me off because I got the special edition. I have the fucking figurine of the power loader over there. But, it's just an enormous letdown. It's just a bad, bad game.
That's terrible.
AI was shit. The aliens were stupid. The graphics were real bad.
Have either of you?
fucking
Oh, go on.
Well, I mean, you can go. I can go through. Well,
I was going to ask if either of you had
Go at
played
the same
Tony
time.
Hawk 5.
what?
Have either of you played Tony Hawk 5?
I'm-
Would you
I
throw it
haven't-
in there?
I can't. I haven't
played it.
I could just go to a Redbox. They have a Redbox.
Seems like it might be worthy of the list, though.
We should stream it.
Well, we
Is
didn't
I've
play
seen some
it.
videos, and it looks pretty fucking rough.
I mean, really, when you say worse, I mean, there's games that are. I mean, you could say Action 52 because it physically didn't work as well, or Risen 2. Risen 2 is the fucking disaster. But for my pick, I'm picking a game that probably isn't the worst, but to me, it's the worst pile of garbage. Devil May Cry 2
Ooh,
is so shit.
that upset me.
Devil May Cry 2 is the worst fucking game of my life. That was the first time I've ever played a game and said, this is not good.
Have you played it, Max?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
I
a
mean,
fucking awful game.
It's like really easy to get lost, like in the beginning.
it's
Everything's
designed
bad.
really poorly. Yeah,
And then the second disc is just the same map, but backwards, and it's easier.
I will say it has the same combat mechanics and fun, good combat from the
The
first game.
combat feels fine. I
Right,
think that feels
but
pretty
but
good.
that's,
actually.
but that's
Combat-
the only thing that really survives.
Here's
Everything
the
else
thing.
is terrible.
I don't even think the combat was that good. They didn't add any differences from the first
The
game
running
in
up
a
the wall
positive
thing.
way.
You can run up the wall and jump off the wall.
Yeah, but there was no point
was
in it for
neat.
combos. Like,
No, but it was just a cool thing to do.
And you could turn to the demon and fly and shit.
because Devil May
Cool.
Cry, like Bayonetta, is really like a game where you fucking combo the fuck out of them because it's fun and the
I got
music.
the new DMC Definitive Edition
Nice.
on PS4. I haven't played it yet.
That was
But it's
liked
sitting up
it.
there. I'm ready for that because I liked it on PS3.
Yeah.
I went into it thinking, "Oh my god, they're changing everything. This is awful. I'm gonna hate this." And within 5 minutes, I was really
Well, I
enjoying
mean,
it.
it's a spin-off kind of thing. It's its own style.
It's
I
like
don't
it's a
think
reimagining, I guess.
I really enjoyed it, but they're probably not going to make a second because people were just so pissy.
Yeah.
And I get it. But, like, Devil May Cry 4 was boring as shit because it was just Dante again. Just do it again! And they didn't really have anything, so they got They got Robin from Teen Titans.
It's another bad game. What do you think?
Oh man, I want to say I had this Rocket Power game on the Game Boy Color. It was so bad. I wanted to like it because I was a little skateboarder boy, and I had this
I'm
Game
guessing
Boy
it
Color.
was like a side-scrolling skateboard jump over.
Oh
shit
boy!
game.
Oh yes!
Is that what it was?
And it's
What a
not
bad
Ollie
one.
Ollie quality. No.
Mm.
Ollie Ollie, I would say, is the only game I've ever played. That
Ollie
pulls
Ollie is
off
the official
2D.
Rocket Power game.
The Simpsons
It's
had a
it's
good
the
one.
only good like 2D skateboard game, I think.
There's a good Simpsons one
Ooh,
on the
okay.
Genesis.
Simpsons games are.
I
always
forget exactly
good,
what
I
it's
think.
called. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are good. That's one of
Hit
them.
and Run is my favorite, easily.
Hit and Run is.
It's
is
just
the
so
best
fucking
one.
good.
I haven't played Hit and Run yet.
I actually really like the
need that
one
game.
just called The Simpsons game.
Never played that.
That one is like when they said our real shot, like fucking they got the writers of the show to make it.
Awesome.
That was a really good game.
I have another bad one.
No.
The Divide on the PS1.
Oh boy.
Has
remember
anyone played that or heard of that?
No.
It's a I don't remember what motivated me to buy it, but I was like, 13 or something, and I went into GameStop or Babbage's or wherever, and it's just a PS1 game that had cool
Babbage's.
cover art, so I bought it. Yeah, I think it might have still been Babbage's.
Huntington Mall.
No, Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, the GameStop bought Babbage's, but didn't change
Right.
the name on it for like a couple years. So
Yeah, they had
So it
one
just
in the
sat there
Huntington
for a
Mall that
while.
did that. Yeah.
yeah, and then they had two GameStops in the same mall for the longest time until just a couple years ago. They finally figured that out.
I remember that. Yeah, that's okay. That explains that. There was one upstairs, one downstairs.
Well, they bought EB Games and they bought Babbage's. And,
Right.
and there was a Babbage's and there was an EB Games. And they bought both companies.
And
so
then they
put
became
GameStops.
the GameStop.
Yeah, so this is just an unintended thing. But anyway, when they got the Divide, and it's just this, even for PS1 polygons, which are rough, but even for PS1 polygons, these were bad. This looked like maybe a Super Nintendo attempting to run like a PS1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it could maybe almost do in some circumstances, but it really couldn't quite do it. And that's what this looks like. It's just not quite done. And it's just jaggedy, and it's terrible, and the gameplay's awful, and it's like this isometric view, but there's just... the polygons are just twitching and jaggedy and just fucking up everywhere.
PS1, you had a risk of that.
Someone had to do that shit first, and they did it, and they paved the way for...
People forget, though, Twisted Metal was a launch title, so they could have fucking made some more shit. Of that
PS1
quality.
had some games that have aged well. Metal Gear Solid looks good still, I think. I mean,
yeah. Oh, no, it does.
Twisted Metal, I think, especially the later Twisted Metals, like 3 and 4, were on the PS1.
And then Oddworld is the fucking...
Oddworld looks awesome still.
Yeah.
They really didn't change that much on the PS4.
All they did was take the CG assets and make a game with it.
Yep.
Yeah, new ones coming
I still
out.
have yet to really finish Oddworld.
You should.
I keep starting it, and then it's been too long since I started
Some
it,
of
so I
the
gotta start
puzzles
it
you
again.
might have to look up. I don't think I've gotten through an Oddworld game on my own. I've had to
They
look shit
seem
up.
like they would be tricky.
Towards the end, it gets pretty rough. Some of them are real hard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, most of the bonus stuff's where the difficulty comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have the original on PC for some reason. Should I just get New and Tasty?
Yeah.
Is that the way to go?
Because you need a controller.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to use keyboard.
That is not a game you can keyboard, and it's not compatible, I think.
You ever played Prince of Persia? The old Prince of Persia?
I want to say I've played... Was Sands of Time on PS2?
Mm-hmm.
I've played only that one.
That one actually had the original Prince of Persia in it. If you looked at
that's kind of what Oddworld feels like to me. It's like an updated Prince of Persia, and then the one that came out new and tasty. That's like a really updated one. It's much tighter and more. It's more responsive and stuff.
Okay. But it still has the same level design.
Yeah, like art style is completely intact, so you'll get the full experience.
Can you do new and tasty on PS3?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty
you can
sure.
do it on Vita for sure.
I say if not, I bet it's on Vita because they have lots of similar kind of games. So.
Yep, and it probably runs pretty good on both.
Vita
it's
always surprises me about how powerful that game
is.
is.
It really is, man. You got to play that Uncharted game. You played that Uncharted game on there?
No.
I don't have a hard copy of it, or I have it downloaded, but it's an Uncharted game.
Wow.
It's better than the first Uncharted game. I'd say it's between 1 and 2. It's not quite 2, but it's
I haven't
certainly
played
better than
it,
1.
but that's what I've.
It's. I mean, it has the graphics of basically the first one. I can't tell a big difference. It looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Looks amazing. Not a bad game.
Yeah.
But those were some bad games that we went over.
Speaking of bad game, did you see that Final Fantasy 15 footage? Because it's gonna be shit.
Man, it looks good.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
my dick is wet.
You just need to be ready for a delay. I think
Fucking...
late July. We're gonna get late July, mid July. By then, maybe before then, but at least by then, we're gonna get a thing that says we need a little more time to bring our game to the vision that we originally wanted. The fans deserve. So we need another 6 months. Fuck you.
I'm a little baby boy.
And then
fucking
that's what's gonna. Every game that gets announced, yes, it got a date, but every game that gets announced gets delayed, doesn't it? Now, it's pretty consistent.
Fallout was not delayed. You know that, right? Fallout wasn't delayed.
Fallout.
And you know why? Fallout fucking announced its date when it was pretty close to launch.
They worked on that forever.
They were fucking ready. They're fucking ready at Square. That game is fucking done. I think they're just building up the marketing at this point.
Well, Fallout 4
I mean, you played that demo.
Fallout 4 wasn't Square, though.
Well, I just mean...
Square has a track record of fucking this shit up and delaying shit.
Square knows how important this is. Square knows.
Well, then you're just believing something for no reason.
No, because this is a fucking
You don't even have any evidence.
Game.
You don't even have any evidence.
Whatever. All I know is that fucking you're fucked because it's coming this year, and when it does, I'm gonna get John to pay for it.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I'm pre-ordering it.
I'm a little baby boy.
That'll be the irony. I win the bet. I just get a free copy.
That was my baritone there.
That was good.
Boy.
Man, that was a fucking... You guys missed a great stream, though. Greg Miller and Tim were fucking...
Sorry, go ahead.
Fucking, you missed a really good panel or press conference. That was probably the best press conference performance
Did they have any good vocal warm-ups like us?
Yeah, they did.
Did they paint the wall with their voices?
No, but they did make fun of GameSpot for leaking everything.
Man.
They just fucking posted the trailer like before the show and just be like, fuck them. It's coming out September 30.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
As I suppose we are wrapping up. Do we have any
Yeah.
memory card related announcements? Maybe the thing you've edited and is ready to go up?
Atari Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Atari Boys is up. Check that out. That just came up. It was Thursday.
Yep.
So I'm thinking like late in the week we'll do those.
Okay.
Monday we'll keep doing the podcast.
Awesome. Sounds
so
good.
we'll have a couple things a week.
Cool. So
And
we
more.
have the next Atari Boys ready for you.
So go to mopcast.com if you're listening to us on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Or watching us on YouTube.
Yes.
Go to youtube.com/memorycardradio.
Yes.
Please.
Subbies.
Sublistable. I think that's the correct.
Like me.
Like me. He's
my
really
God.
not asking for much. It's kind of like a humble.
It's not even it's not even a request. He's ordering.
Just do it.
It's
That's what's bad about it.
yeah.
Bye.
See?
Bye.
Haven't even uploaded the video yet. Everyone knows.
Cool. We're here. We're clear.
We're ready.
The coast is clear.
Hello, Oh.
We should have started after that. Yeah, sorry.
The coast is square.
Because I said we're here, we're clear,
Get used to it.
and so I had to say the opposite on the other one. Don't put that in.